Well, look at that. Day one of the girl trip from Idaho to Kansas. Just me and Adeline. It's been a couple years. It's about time that I can share without as much humiliation the story of this trip. It went flawless. We drove all the way from Idaho to Kansas to go close on our house, get things wrapped up, and get settled. We had the best time. We saw the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. We went to Cabela's in Nebraska. We got to Grandpa's house in Nebraska and stayed there with the motorhome and our car, unloaded it from the dolly, drove it all around. It was fantastic. My sister came to visit. It was wonderful. We had a wonderful trip. We did some sightseeing, some touring. Then we closed on the house and it was ready to move over to our place. And that is where the problem occurred. I had to load the car back up. I've never loaded the car without a spotter. Probably should have used a spotter. I could not believe I have gotten myself into this situation all alone, just me and my daughter in Nebraska at this point. Husband is thousands of miles away. And by the grace of God, there happened to be a cop going by on the next block over. And he looked and saw my rig, and he looked back, and then he took a second glance, like, that's not right. I waved him down, and he came over, and I was just frantic, thinking the motorhome won't move, the car won't move, I'm stuck. I can't go forward, I can't go backwards. I just trashed my car. I asked the cop, I said, is there a shop in town? Is there somebody around that can maybe help me get out of this situation? I said, what I really need right now is some good old-fashioned redneck ingenuity. And he says, hold on, I think I might know a guy. And he disappears down the road. And before too long, this rolls up. Now, if that couldn't be any more perfect, I don't know what would be. It just totally took all the stress out of the situation when I looked and saw his license plate. This guy was an absolute angel. Him and the cop worked together with random pieces of this or that, railroad ties, jacks, all sorts of things, jacked up the front of the car, braced it with railroad ties, moved the jacks, braced a little more, shifted some stuff around until he had my tires up as high as the dolly, and then built a bridge from the back of my car tire to the dolly, so that all I had to do was get inside that car and carefully reverse to back that car over the little man-made redneck bridge and get those wheels back up where they need to be. Miraculously, I did it. I pulled it off. I don't know how, but I did it. This guy was an absolute saint. The cop, amazing to take the time. They wouldn't take a dime. Absolutely amazing. They were my heroes for sure that whole day, the whole week, the whole month, matter of fact. Adeline and I were able to get back in the motorhome, get back on the road, get our nerves back down, go to our new house, get set up, and then begin our new journey there. But moral of the story is, no matter how independent you think you are, no matter how capable you think you are, wait, go find yourself a spotter. Don't think you can do it by yourself. It's just never a good idea.